at least for a minute anyway.
Yeah.
What up? What up? What up? What up? We live. We live. This Yashib in Israel in the house with the young homie Tory Bolton. And today's show is entitled "Open Discussion with Tory." What's up, Tory, man? What's been happening with you, dog?
What's up, man? I'm just cooling, man. I'm just I intend on having a good show tonight or this evening, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind this evening?
Well, I was looking into like the paganism and different Abrahamic faiths. In Islam, it seemed to catch my attention because there's a lot of paganism in that religion.
There's a lot of paganism in all of the Abrahamic faiths, including Judaism. And in fact, the more modern form of Judaism, as of the Judaism of today, is the most pagan form of Judaism that the world has ever seen. So I like to hear your presentation because that is a valid point. There is paganism in all three of the Abrahamic faiths.
I might now that I think about it, I might do a presentation on the paganism in Islam, or maybe just the paganism in all Abrahamic religions, or paganism in every religion. To be honest,
it's surely there.
Yeah, but I want to talk about Islam right now. Now, we know that in Mecca, they they go to Mecca, they make their pilgrimage, because one of the 5 pillars in Islam is to make pilgrimage to Mecca in Saudi Arabia and walk around the Kaba stone 7 times and kiss the yoni metal vagina that's over there. And come to think of it, it's pretty pretty unsanitary that all those people are, kissing on that one piece of metal.
Don't they rub their hands all on it and stuff too?
Yeah, they do all that.
That's
That's very unsanitary. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. Do you know where it comes from, Terry?
No, I haven't studied Islam like that. I'm not, and in my life journey, I've went further back and worked my way on up. Well, most people will start with Islam, Christianity, and Judaism and work their way back. I was more so studying the more ancient forms of Middle Eastern spiritualism. And I have not made a connection between the paganism of Islam. Quite honestly, Islam is probably my weakest Middle East. I know more about the epics of Gilgamesh than I know about Islam.
Yeah. I know a little bit about Islam. I'm not an expert in Islam, but I know a little bit about it. Because I used to be a Muslim, or I used to claim to be a Muslim at least.
Yeah, I've studied more of the ancient cultures, and a lot of that stuff, man. You gotta understand, man. A lot of that stuff, is have not been committed to history. You could do research on a lot and all of the different deities or gods that's written on the Kaba, but you're not going to get a whole lot of information.
Yeah. In the they believe that the Muslims, they believe that the rock that's in the Kaaba stone, that is the Kaaba stone, they believe that fell down from heaven. I guess it might be a rock that came from outer space, and they just happen to worship that rock pretty much.
Yeah, you'd be better off with dealing with like the paganism and Islam. You'd have to take full control of that conversation, because I'm not really versed on that. You know, you'd have to get somebody who's versed in Islamic studies and stuff like that, like guys like Commission and Morpheus and all of those type of guys. I'm very weak on Islam. I mean, out of all of the three Islamic faith, Abrahamic faith, Islam was the least appealing to me. It
Yeah.
was so. It was, in fact, the most I've studied of Islam was the Islamic histories in Africa, and that was only just because it was a part of African history.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm more intrigued with the African history of it, like the Almoravids, the Almohades, that stuff that was going on in the Middle East. I don't know nothing about that stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
man.
like when you do your presentation, you're just going to have to do your presentation, man. You know, and just do your thing, and it's on you. You know, but I'm not going to be able to critique it, or, you know, I'm just going to let you do your presentations. You know, if anything you want to do over here, you just gonna have to do your thing, man. I just trust that you tell the truth in your presentation. You know, I don't know anything about Islam, and I told you that 1,000 times. You know, so if you want to get over here and teach about the paganism of Islam, then I'm just going to allow you to do that. But don't think that I'm going to be able to help you or hold your hand, because you are taking the role of the professor at that point, because I don't know nothing about it like that. You know, you practice Islam. You was a Muslim. You know the prayers. You took the Shahada and the Salats and all of that. I never did none of those things.
Yeah.
You know, you read the Quran 2-3 times a day, 10 times or 20 times or 100 times a week. I never did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I've taken Arabic in college. You know what I'm saying? And as far as that go, I know the language. You know, I know how to speak basic, you know, conversation and even in that, I know how the language works and all of that, the grammar and the rules and all of that. But even in that, my vocabulary is weak. You know, I don't know, and I've told you this before. You know, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to tell you, but I can't help you with Islamic studies. I don't know nothing about it. Now, if you want to talk about Christianity, Islam, you know, Christianity and Judaism, you know, I can help you in those because I've participated in those religions. I'm a Hebrew Moray now, and I was a Christian preacher. You
Yeah.
know, but I never practiced Islam. I don't. Islam is foreign to me.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
It's
Let's
like
talk.
Kemet. You know, it's like Kemet. You know, I don't study Kemet like that. You know, we can have a conversation on it, and we can build on it. But you know, I'm no expert on those disciplines.
All right. All right. All right. How about Trinitarianism?
What's that?
You know, the Holy Trinity. That's the concept of the Holy Trinity in Christianity or Catholicism.
I mean, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Be my guest.
Yeah. So, the whole idea of Trinitarianism or the Holy Trinity, that comes. Does that come from the Catholic Church?
Yep.
Okay. Well, do you know what
And
time period that it?
some the people in Kemet say no though. The Kemet people say it comes from Horus, Isis, and Osiris. You know, some even say it goes further than that. You know,
Wasn't?
I don't know how they've come to that conclusion, but Horus, Isis, and Osiris, I guess if they talk about the concept of a trinity, I guess that's where they're saying that it came from. You know, what I do know is that inside of the Catholicism, Elder Yara, what's up? What's up? What's up? We got Elder Yara in the house. You know how to send a link, Tory?
How to send the link?
Yeah,
No, I don't know how to. I don't know how to use StreamYard.
you don't.
No, I don't know.
I don't know how to send a link to the.
You would probably have to send it to him on Messenger. if he has Messenger, you would probably have to do that.
I don't think me and Yara are friends on Messenger. We might be.
Yeah.
But anyway, when you dealing with Trinitarian concepts, that originally was not a part of the Hebrew faith, which means that they have had Elder Yara say he's driving, please continue.
Mm-hmm.
It would have had to have come from some other form of spirituality other than Hebrew, because Hebrew, the triunity is not a part of the Hebrew faith, no way, shape, form, or fashion. So it would have had to have come from somewhere else. Now, whether the Trinitarian, whether the Catholics, where I don't know where they get that concept from. Did they get it from Kemet? Did they get it from Mesopotamia? Did they get it from the Nabateans? I have no idea, because I study Hebrew, man. The name of my page is Yasha Ben Israel, Israelite Thought. And that's what I teach, man. If it ain't got nothing to do with Israel, then I can't be charged with it. I'm charged with teaching that of the Israelite persuasion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that Trinitarianism is not a part of Israel, but if you want to teach something on it, then, do your thing. I don't have nothing to say on that because it's not an Israelite concept.
Oh, I thought you would know about that, because
Yeah, but you supposed to be doing your presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, sir, I ain't.
You supposed to be presenting your information. You the one got something to say about Trinitarianism. So tell the world what you want to say about it.
I mean, Trinitarianism, I think is, I think it's blasphemous. I think that's blasphemy, and that, that's made up.
That's a very deep part of European Christianity.
Yeah.
Even in a lot of, it's a deep part of Christianity, period. The Father, Son, Holy Ghost. They talked about that a lot in the Pentecostal church, the Baptist church, and the churches where a lot of African Americans participate in.
Mm-hmm.
When you say that you believe that it's blasphemous, give us the grounds in which you believe that the blasphemy occurred, or why you think it's blasphemous.
Well, because in the Old Testament, they, I mean, not even just the Old Testament, like in Judaism in general, they had the concept of one God, and God, God being singular.
Yeah.
Right. Like God just being one in itself, or one in himself.
Yeah.
Right. But when, I don't know if it was when the New Testament arrived, or whatever, but I think it was like when Christianity, like not early Christianity, but like later on down the line, that's when they like came up with that that concept of the Holy Trinity, like, during some, I think it was some sort of council or meeting that they agreed on making God triune, and making God three different beings.
It had to do with one of those ecumenical conferences. It may have been the Council of Nicea.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, but it may have, simply because the Council of Nicea dealt mostly with the nature of Christ. You know what I'm saying? It dealt mostly with whether Christ was a God, like a demigod, like a son of God, or whether he was like a messianic king type guy. So was he human or was he man? So I don't know. It may have even had something to do with Tortillian or Augustine or one of those guys. I'm not sure. I'm not an Israelite studier like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't study Christianity. I'm not a Christian studier like that. It would add to me my stature to study Christianity if I needed to know. You know what I'm saying? I can find out. I think that we can do that. Would you like to know who started the Trinity concept?
Yeah.
Let us go look it up.
All right. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna look it up.
You
All
know,
right, here it is.
we in the information age, so it ain't too long that I said it, Tertullian. Yeah, I said I didn't know whether it was Augustine or Tertullian. I figured it was one of those guys. It was Tertullian. Let me share my
Yeah.
screen here. If you got anything, you can share yours. See what you got.
All right, I got something. Oh, I'm gonna share it. All right, can you see it, Terry?
Not yet. I'm putting mines up first.
All right, go ahead.
What I did was I said, "Who started?" Right? Did it
Yeah.
come up? Did it pop up yet?
All right, let me look.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
popped up. What I did was Googled who started the Christian Trinity, and it said the writer Tertullian. The words the Trinity are the English equivalent of the Latin word Trinitas, which was coined by the early Christian writer Tortillian. Tortillian was the first to come up with the concept of the Trinity.
Oh, true. Okay. Yeah, it says. I mean, what I got.
Now we can't say that that's a white man's concept because Tertullian was a black man. He was an African.
Yeah.
Both Tortillian and Augustine were Carthaginians and Libyans, Berbers. You
Yeah.
understand? So we would be wrong for saying that it's a European white man's concept, but certainly the Trinitarian concept came from some form of paganism. And being that Tortillian and Augustine, both of those guys are self-admitted Canaanites. Maybe the Trinity somehow came from some form of the Canaanite concept or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you where it was adopted from or where they got it from, but we do know that it started with Tortillian and not the Bible, God, Jesus, or anything like that. It started with the early church fathers of the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
We got Yarim Yahoo in the house. What up, brother? He's saying Shalom Aleichem. Yarim Yahoo Israel in the house. Peace up to your brother.
It's Yermi Yahoo.
Yarim Yahoo.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's what you say, many of these brothers don't speak Hebrew well, so I pronounce it the way that they say pronounce it, to appease them. You know, I got a brother named Kefa. Some pronounce it Sifa, some say Kefa, some say Kifa, some say Kafa, and whichever one that you allow, that you prefer for me call you, brother. Peace to you, and I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share. I see your screen up. I'm gonna pull your screen up. See what you got here.
All right. Let me go back to it. Okay. All right. I got the belief in the Holy Trinity was officially agreed upon by church leaders from the Roman Empire at the Council of Nicea in the year 325 Common Era. Roman Emperor Constantine called for the meeting of church leaders in order to settle disputes among them and create a set of more unified Christian beliefs. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
So, but that doesn't The Council of Nicea was before Tortillian.
Yeah.
You know, not long before Tortillian came, not too long after that, right?
Yeah.
But the Council of Nicea was first. It was the very first ecumenical conference. So what I'm saying is that if Tortillian coined the term Trinitas, right, the actual concept of a Trinity, then the actual concept of a Trinity was not actually founded at the Council of Nicaea. Open that up and read it.
What, this
Open up
link?
the screen. Yeah, open up the screen. We're gonna read. Let's just dig all into what they talking about there. See, it was that stuff had to do with the Turks, the Turkish, the Turkish priests. It had something to do with the Turkish priests and Arius. You know, and Augustine was not Turkish, and I don't believe Augustine was Arius. In fact, Augustine's concepts was along different lines of Arius. Go ahead, scroll down. Let's read it, open it up, see what it say.
What is the Holy Trinity? I can read it from here.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the Holy Trinity? Christianity is a monotheistic religion, meaning followers believe in one single God entity. Most Christians also believe in the concept of the Holy Trinity or Blessed Trinity, which comprises the three persons or faces of God from ultimately the same body or source. This Christian belief asserts that the entities of the Holy Trinity are co-equal, eternal persons within the same whole or body makeup of God. The word Trinity means threefold and derives from the Latin word trinus. Trinity is a term associated with the Christian belief of the Holy Trinity. This 3-1 concept is significant in the foundations for the Christian faith as an organized religion.
See, me and my concept is that it doesn't. When I was a Christian and I learned that stuff didn't trace back to Hebrew, I threw it in the garbage. I didn't care who created it. I didn't care who brought it to the world. It's trash. I'm not studying it. I'm doing this now. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't feel the need to care. It's garbage. If it's garbage, I don't want to learn it. I don't want to learn where it came from. It's not the truth. Boom. I want to learn. I want to spend my time. I'd rather learn the Hebrew concept of monotheism, right?
Mhm.
The Hebrew concept of Yahweh and Elohim. I don't have. It's not important to me who brought this into the world because I'm not practicing it, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not practicing it, what difference? What the hell do I care?
Shit.
You know, I only want to know I only want to know the origins of what I'm doing and whether what I'm doing is valid or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I have a different mindset from y'all young brothers, man. You know, but I'm not to stop you, brother, scholarship, you know, but, you know, I encourage you to find out and get to the bottom of the Trinity. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's important to you. You understand what I'm saying, Tory? You
Yeah.
brung it up, so it's important to you. So I'm never going to learn who started it. I don't care to learn it unless I'm in a debate. I'm never going to even debate nobody ever on the Trinity. I'm never going to debate nobody on the Trinity because I don't debate Christian concepts.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? My concept is that's false. Boom. Okay, and I'm on the opposite side of that. Now it's up to you to prove Tortillian and where all of that shit come from. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna prove that it didn't come from the Old Testament. So once and by me being an Old Testament adherent and follower, you understand? My job is to show you the truth. You see, and that's all I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about the fake, the falsehood, what devil, what demon, out of what direction and demographic of hell brung all of this garbage to the planet.
Yeah.
Because I'm not participating in it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I felt the need to go to the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, or to go to the Christians to try to convince them, but that's not even my goal. My goal is to go to African Americans whose knowledge don't even go that damn deep.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The average Negro in the street don't know nothing about no damn Tortillian or the Council of Nicea or the Trinity.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to waste my time for that. I might have to waste my time learning that if I'm arguing against some Christian apologists, which is something I don't care to do.
Yeah.
Right? If you got your Jesus and you secure with him, then you just go your way, brother. Man, you don't have no conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so I encourage you to find the connection, right, between the Council of Nicea, right, and Saint Tortillian. Look up Tortillian and see what year did Tortillian come up on the scene.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. This is how you did. I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you how to make a connection. You understand what I'm saying? We got Elder Yara in the house. He gonna drop it. He gonna drop it for you. He says that the Christian Trinity doctrine is possibly derived from the Memphite theology concept of the Kaba stone. But that's going more off into Christianity. You know, you got guys that are New Testament believers and stuff like that. Like you, Tory, you New Testament. You concerned about Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
You concerned about the New Testament. You know, this is why I encourage guys like you and challenge you. You know what I'm saying? To learn this stuff. This is what Sarnetta means. You know what I'm saying? That you're going to have to learn your stuff because Yara, I tell you, when we on them shows and the brothers get the and the enemy get to attacking the New Testament, I don't defend them. They bring up Jesus, they defend them. You understand what I'm saying? And I made that clear with my brothers because it's not my place to defeat. I'm here. I'm about the destruction of things that I don't believe in. Right? I'm not for the promotion of things that I don't believe in. Okay, but if my brothers believe in things that I don't believe in, then that's where I part with them. You understand what I'm saying? That's me and my brothers can be out there in the middle of a battle, and we can be fighting this Israelite battle, and then somebody attack them and start going in on the New Testament. You know, if they want to fight that fight, then they're going to have to fight that fight by themselves. Because I do know that there is a very Old Testament way and approach that you can come at the New Testament. But most of my New Testament brothers don't do that. When they open up the New Testament, for somehow they turn Christian. And so I let them deal with that. And you being one of my New Testament brothers, I'm going to let you deal with that. But in the concept, I'm not going to leave, in the process, I'm not going to leave you hanging. What I'm going to do is show you how to make these connections and to get to the bottom of the information that you want to know. So look up Tortillian. We see that the Nicene Council was in 325 BC. I need you to look up Tortillian and see what year did Tortillian come up on the scene. It should be right around that time span, but just shortly after. I'm not sure that Tortillian and Augustine was at the Council of Nicea. I think they came a little later than that.
Yeah.
This says that Tortillian could have possibly actually existed before the Council of Nicea. You see that?
Yes.
What did I say? 155?
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah,
220.
one. Yeah, it says 155 AD to
Yeah, and what that
200.
say in Carthage, North Africa. So
Hold on.
so this is evidence. Do you see the importance of what you're looking at here, Tory? In
Yes.
relation to Africa and black culture, you're seeing here that Tortillian existed before the Council of Nicea. In fact, Tortillian was one of the early church fathers who existed before the Catholic Church. So what I'm saying, what we're seeing here is that Tortillian, not the council, it was the Trinity was solidified. It was made valid at the Council of Nicea. This is what we're seeing here. Do you see this? But
Yeah.
Tertullian, since he was earlier, he was the one who coined the term Trinitas. He was the first one that's responsible for the Trinitarian concept.
Oh, okay.
And we're looking at about 100 years prior to the Council of Nicea. It was the Council of Nicea that was the actual initiation of the Catholic Church. It
Mm-hmm.
was with the Council of Nicea that the Catholic Church got its papers, got its validation. All right, now?
Yes.
But this still doesn't tell us, you want to talk about the paganism, okay? This still doesn't tell us where did Tortillian get the Trinitarian concept. Now, the closest information that we have right here that was given to us is look up on the screen right here. What that say right there? You see, your elders is here with you, Tory, and they giving you the information. This
Yeah.
is this is your New Testament brother, okay? I can help you go down that Old Testament route, and when you need help there, I can't help you in the New Testament. If I'm gonna talk about the New Testament 9 times out of 10, I'm bashing it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
right. I'm not the one to teach you about New Testament concepts. You got to go to one of the other New Testament brothers, and you got brothers like Elder Yara, brothers like Anonymous Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? You got some fine New Testament brothers out here that would gladly, help you out down that route.
Yeah.
Being that the Trinity doctrine could have possibly derived from the Memphite theology, you might want to look that up and see what that is.
Okay.
We ain't got nothing time. Go ahead and look it up. I'm finna look it up. That sounds like something that come out of Mormonism.
All right, I got that.
No, this is some
No,
Egyptian
that's not.
stuff.
Nah, yeah.
I got Encyclopedia Britannica. What do you
Let me.
got?
Yeah, I was. Hold on. I was using straight Google. Let me try encyclopedia.
I'm gonna go ahead, since I got it, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me take mine off.
I already got it.
Yeah. Yeah, Terry. I was. At first, I was under the auspices that you would you would be strong in that area, like when it comes to the New Testament,
No,
because
man, I've been an Israelite. I left Christianity, man, like 30 years ago, bro. And once I I left it, bro, completely. There was no need for me to continue down that path, man. I'm not. I see, man. Once I got rid of that New Testament philosophy, I threw it in the trash, man. There was no
okay.
need for me to keep being like, how the story about Lot and his wife, When the Most High told them to leave, she kept looking back, kept wanting to go. I wasn't that person, bro.
Yeah.
When it was time to go, it was time to go. Been shaped into the heart of the Creator, was brought into existence through the divine utterance itself in its freedom from the conventional of the creative act.
Well, you take this out.
Hey, sir.
It's for the water.
Sir,
Huh?
you're a historian,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know Judaic history, right?
I know some of it. I don't know all of anything. I know
Yeah,
enough.
right. Yeah, so okay, all right, yeah, let's look at this definition of what was it, Memphite theology? You got that pulled up? Oh yeah, that's some Egyptian stuff right there. I think that's the King Akhenaten statue to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading the Memphis theology. Somehow, this took me off into something else. Yeah, we can back up out of there because that's not what we want. That's the city of Memphis. This the Memphis theology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I was reading earlier, you wasn't paying attention. I was reading when it said known as the Memphite theology. Ptah created humans through the power of the concept through in its freedom from its conventional physical analogies of its creative. Ptah created humans through the power of his heart and speech. The concept, having been shaped in the heart of the Creator, was brought into existence through the divine utterance of itself. In its freed from the physical and in its degree of action, this concept is virtually unique in Egypt. And it testifies to the philosophical sophistication of the priests of Memphis. The prominence of Memphis during the earliest periods is indicated by the extensive cemeteries of the early dynastic periods. The Old Kingdom, the clusters along the desert bluffs to the west, as private tombs and powerful, you know, He's not saying that it goes back to the Horus, Isis, and Osiris. He's saying that it's going back to the Memphite theology in Egypt. But I mean, any answer is a better answer than I can give you, because all I can tell you is that it's some good.
It's soaking wet.
It's some good. Oh, this just throw the water out. All you got to do. So
Hey, Terry,
when there's
no
no Trinitarian
Terry,
concept,
Yasha.
yeah.
Hello? Yeah, you cutting in and out.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, what is it called when you have pictures on? You have ancient.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Oh, yeah, your background is cutting in and out, so yeah. Hey, Terry. His Wi-Fi probably messing up. Okay, Yasha, he's having some technical difficulties right now, so we're gonna be closing the show out. Thank you for coming in and watching and listening. And
we'll continue this again tomorrow.
We'll continue this again maybe tomorrow. All right, peace.